This is our most tweeted story of the day. That, of course, Bill Cosby accuser Beth Ferrier.
I want it known that I am not going to be filled with shame anymore. It stops here. Camille and Bill Cosby, immediately now. It stopped.
One alleged victim has now filed a lawsuit. What do you know about that?
Okay, so her name is Judy Huff, Dr. Drew. She's 56 years old, and she claims that Bill Cosby sexually assaulted her when she was just 15 years old.
Something struck me about what one of those women said just a moment ago. She said there may be hundreds of victims out there. When she said that, that kind of struck my ear.
Right. Think about all the years, all the decades that have gone by, Dr. Drew. And I really give a lot of credit to that one woman, Joan, for having empathy, because if that were me and then watching him succeed and then not even owning up to it, I would want to kill him. I would literally want to kill him.
Many of these protests seem to have grown up rather organically, but they become more organized, and my understanding is it's going to be a pretty big weekend.
Yeah, that's right, Dr. Drew. Well, organizers are calling it a week of outrage, and they've been planning massive demonstrations in New York and Washington this Saturday, and it's because of social media and hashtags that allow this information to spread like wildfire.
Most of the protesters in the streets now have no idea what they're protesting. How is disrupting traffic, disrupting trains at Grand Central Station, lying in the middle of the road just to disrupt things, that is not going to accomplish anything.
This is not going to be resolved on a global level, on a federal level, on a national level. This is only going to be resolved on a community level.
There should not be any racial profiling. That's what I marched for this weekend. No, there should not be an aggressive, unnecessary force. That is not asking too much.
Sam, I got stuck in a protest last night here in New York City.
I saw your Instagram photo, your picture, your tweet.
Well, and you saw some of these other people tweeting. I want to read one to you. This is a guy who says, quote, "We just saw you in a cab and you remain stone-faced. We, the people, are calling on you to speak for justice. Hashtag Black Lives Matter."
Wow.
I was supposed to jump out of the cab. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Then somebody a little nicer, not easy being green, wrote, quote, "We wanted you to at least cheer us on from your cab tonight. I hope you got wherever you were going safely. Bless you." That's kind of a nice one.
But Dr. Drew, you spark dialogue every night. You spark it every night.
Thank you, Sam, and that's the point. This is where we try to keep that dialogue going. It's really not right for me to jump out of a cab. And by the way, when the situation was not clear what was going on, I wasn't stone-faced. I was sort of scared out of my pants.
We have to deal with race in this country, and we have to get real about it. It's not about running away from the issue. It's about saying, yes, we see it, but at the end of the day, how do we get to the point where we are all equal?
Larry, reasonable, right?
It sounded to me pretty unreasonable. She's again suggesting that racism remains this major problem in America, and I don't buy it whatsoever.
It is. Are you kidding me?
No, it's not.
Are you? Where do you live? It's not the United States.
A lot of this is coming through social media now. I mean, that's sort of the new domain of information spread and movements. And Sam, you're tracking these hashtags. We mentioned them earlier in the preceding block. These hashtags have become an interesting part of the conversation. Tell me about them.
Oh, my gosh, Dr. Drew. The hashtags have become the glue, the narrative, the initiative. So, okay, so just today, 139,000 people have used the I Can't Breathe hashtag on Twitter. 69,000 tweeted using Black Lives Matter. And in response to that hashtag, a new one is catching on. 5,000 people used the hashtag All Lives Matter today alone.
Putting up a hashtag doesn't galvanize people to do anything. It doesn't create any change. It allows people to feel like they're connected to someone else, and it's that they've done something. It's lazy. It's unresponsive. There's nothing to it.
At 22 years old, how bad is it down there that you need to go and have surgery to fix it?
Sam, she is 22.
Yes.
Why did she want this procedure, and is this the procedure she in fact had?
Yes. Okay, so Dr. Drew, she is posing nude for a magazine cover, and like you just heard in that previous package, she wanted to look the same way she did when she came into this world. She also wants to bring respect to the title Miss Bum Bum, but Dr. Drew, come on. Nipping and tucking your vajayjay doesn't bring back your virginity.
If she is a virgin again, I'm sure guys be like, let me see the Carfax.
That man and his note are creating a ton of activity on social media.
Oh, my gosh, Dr. Drew, it set a record for us. So since we posted the story on Facebook based on clicks and shares, it reached 139,000 people, and the reaction is polarizing.
It's not about the social media. We just get to be a part of this thing. This is about a good Samaritan seeing something and saying, hey, you know what? I think this person needs to know. Now, if it's not his person, no harm, no foul. But if it is, then he needs to know, and he definitely needs to think DNA test.
Don't blame the messenger, right? You know, I mean, it's such a weird impulse.
How about blaming the athletes? If the game was any more interesting, this guy wouldn't have been focusing on her tweets.
Exactly.
How about that?